Good morning. Uh, this is the 30th of January, Tuesday, 2024. And I want to give this quick update for us to align ourselves as to what the market is trying to do. Tomorrow, Wednesday, it's when we are going to close the month. And I think the move is trying to align, to for the Wednesday, for the closure of the candle, the monthly candle. So far, if I go to, this is US dollar index, looking at the monthly candle. So it's been bullish, and this is the way it's been running. We are correcting so far. We are almost, I think we had passed like 50% correction. So at the end of the day, the move here is like a wave one, and this is now turning to be a wave two of the old move. So just like we thought that this is a wave one and a wave two of the bigger move, or let's say a wave A or a B. So of this move itself, if we are saying that this is a and a B, or a one and a two, to this one, this is also an A and a B, or a one and a two. So, or a, or a 3-1 and a 3-2, and we're expecting a big move, which potentially could break this low. That is what we're expecting. So now our move now on the monthly is against this high. On the monthly is against this, between this resistance marked by this wick on the bears, and here, this point here, which is this also resistance here. So the move is against those two levels, but we will see it better on the lower time frame. If you go to the weekly candle, yeah, we are still trying to move against this resistance here. So I think we still have, one more leg to the upside, around 1,300 or 13,000 on the US dollar index. So that is what we are trying to see. So if you go to the DXY, I want to quickly just turn to that. And so the move is against this level, which is 104,270 or thereabout. So the price is almost there. On the higher time frame, it looks so small, but on the lower time frame, it's a big gap that can burn anybody's account if you don't have money. If you look at euro dollar, I'm running this concurrently so that we can see that now on the euro dollar, it's actually big. So it's actually big there. It's actually big. So this is against this level of 107,240. So I don't see price breaking that level. I don't see price breaking 1.0700. Price is not going to break that before we go up. So price is not going to break that. I don't see that happening now. 1.7, 1.0700. Price is not going to break that. I don't see that happening, but we will see it much better. I think we are about running the last move, and that is what everything is setting and aligning, against that move. So let me switch back to US dollar index so that we can compare what we are trying to, what is going to happen. So if I turn to the daily, because what we need is more of the daily price action. we need to see something like this. This is on the weekly, but we need to see it appearing here, to give us a price action on the daily. Let's look at the daily. Now, so far on the daily, there's no price action, that is, so everything that we see here is still consolidation. And we know what we expect of the last wave. The last wave, 5 of this is going to be a motive and impulse to the upside. And that impulse, we think it should not, if it breaks above here sharply, if it breaks here above sharply, it should not break above this level of 13, like I said, 1300 before. So here it's appearing as the level of 13,023. So this is the level of actually about 1300. So where we expect it, to get to. So we need that wave to come. So there has been a whole lot, but what this had given us so far, it's because we had seen a complex correction around this area to throw this to the downside, because we are taught that this is the first move to the downside, but we can clearly see the rejection on the lower time, on the daily time frame here to push the price back up. Of course, when we know that we are about changing gear, there could be the encroachment. So wave 4 actually encroached down by retracing more than 50% to the downside, of this entire run from here to this point, retrace more than 50%, and that could, but looking at the daily candle now, so they have turned this actually to a big, this is 3 here, and this is like a big 4 to the downside. Now we are saying that we are trying to do the inner structure of wave 3 of the of 5. Now, so sorry, this is wave, of course, this is wave 1 and a 2. Yeah. So the consolidation here, it's like a wave 2 of that last 5. And where we expect that impulse to come probably is going to be on the 3 of that 5, maybe something like this, or something maybe smaller. Yeah, it's going to be smaller. It's going to be smaller, maybe almost like 3/4 of this move. Will just go up here, and the height of that might just be the height where they will change the direction. So, and if you're able to catch it, we might just see a 4th wave, or the third of that wave 5, a small correction, which the 5th wave might just go up or break the top or not. It depends on what it's going to give us. I think the news is aligning to do that tomorrow. The FOMC news around 8 p.m. We just aligned to do that. If the price had gone up sharply before the FOMC news tomorrow, if the price made it up before FOMC news tomorrow, then the FOMC news is going to drop price to the downside, which means the dollar is going to get weak and moved down by the FOMC news. But I'm suspecting that the FOMC news might just around 8 p.m. tomorrow might just give strength to the dollar. But for those who cannot read structure and all of that, when you see that, you see it's an engulfing candle, and so you are expecting a correction to the downside and a further move to the upside, but you'll be wrong. So we are going to, it depends on how the wave 3 of that 5 forms before the FOMC news. If it gets to this point before FOMC news, then it's going to drop it sharply. All attempt is just to make sure that you are not in that trade. So we haven't seen yet. We need to break above this level now. Obviously, we have to break above this level, on the US dollar index. Once we break above that level, then we are expecting a price action or anything to sell. And the same on the DXY. The same on the DXY. The DXY has broken a bit above it, just a bit above it. So we are still saying that this is like a wave 3 or 5 of that 3 here at the end of the day. And this is like a major 4, which also had retraced more than 50% or more than 40% of this entire run, which probably confused us at first. But looking at the structure, we just felt that it's not complete, and we are working against 104 250 or 260 now. And we need to see that sharp movement on the daily, and the engulfing candle appearing maybe about 3/4 of this. If you go to the euro dollar, I'm showing all this concurrently for us to, because I already said that in the weekend, during the weekend video that I released, that it looks that it's not complete. Now on the euro dollar, you can see that it's going in down, that's broken the low. So, but it's still part of a 1 and a 2. I think this one is giving us clearly an ending structure already, that we are seeing. But I think that here is what we think the price. So for this one, looking at the big gulf here against this support here, the price may take the low of this or not. It's a bit cumbersome. It might be truncated. For euro, for DXY and the US dollar index, they might take 100 extension or not, but this one may not take 100 extension of A, B, and a C 100 to the downside. It may not, but we need to watch carefully. If we see, we have to first take this as a move, and that this is a correction to this move, as in a move, and we have to look at what reaction that we are going to have at 85 or 86.5 retracement of this whole move to the downside. And if we get reaction there, that means the price is going to continue to move up. But if you don't get reaction there, then it might mean that price may just break low days. It might just break a bit low, this. But this is 072, which price might not take 1.072. But this is if you want to do anything, this is the level that is safe for you, which is 1.06500. It's safe in case you want to take some risk. 1.06500 is what you have to use as your stop loss, but you have to be very careful. And when you are doing that risk thing, it's small lot size, because probably we might be having a big move to the upside. Now let's go to this lower time frame and see. Now let me now stick alone to the DXY, since it's the same thing that we are going to see on lower time frame. Lower time frame and the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame. This is that big move that we saw, that we thought it was a 1, and that we are seeing a 2 to the upside, but it is not that. It's not that. This is a 4. This is where 5 of 3 hands, and this is a 4, a big 4. Then we are going up now. So in here, you might be seeing some move. This may be like a 1. This may be like a 1, and this may be like a 2 of the ending diagonal. Probably we're now trying to see a wave 3, that we probably break the top here, then for us to see a 4. And if this is a 4, we don't know. This might be a 4. I will tell you what I'm trying to say. Let me bring those level and do my drawing. Looking at this drawing, the 100% extension is here. Okay, 100% extension is here, and we might just see a flash to the upside to tick that, and the price will start falling. We are seeing this as a potential ending diagonal structure here. After this 4th wave, we might be seeing this as a wave 1 of the ending diagonal, a wave 2. This might be going up further to give us a 3-1 and a 3-2, a 3-3 to go to the upside before we have a wave 4, and the last 5 to come down. So we might be in an ending diagonal, that is what it's looking like, Forget that, okay, we broke the trend resistance here. There's a trend resistance here, which this price broke, which is an early indication that price is going to fall. But you must understand that when that happens, is an early signal that momentum is lost to the upside. And now we are breaking this trend and we're going up again. So don't worry. This is where we expect everything is going to change. Now, with that said, let me just turn to euro dollar for you. Now, on the euro dollar, this is where the 100 is going to be. 100 extension is going to be. What extension are we talking about? We're talking about a move of A here and the move of B here. That is an A and B and a C, ideally, should come to that point. Let me do it for you so that you understand. I want you to see what I'm talking about. I want you to see what I'm talking about now. So if we start from here, if we start from this blue, the top here, it is the first point, down to here, which is the A, then back up here, which is, this is a B. Okay, so let me just, I'm just showing you. So showing you, you will see that this is where 100 is. The 100 is here, okay? The 100 is here, and 85 is here. 85.4 is here on this red line. So price may break this and take this, okay? So price may break this. It looks so much that price is going to break 85 and take it. So that was why I gave a very short, small stop loss. So if price should break this and hit our 7 pips stop loss, it's fine. It's fine. So everything is, is logic, If it breaks that, price, if it breaks 1.07880, I think that I gave, and yeah, fine, no problem. If it breaks that, price is going to go more down to the downside. It may not break here based on the retracement or extension tools. And here, which is 1.076, 1.07370 will be a good area to look for your buy to the upside. And in case you are looking for your buy to the upside at that point, just to be on the safe side because of the news, you may because you are trying to catch a very reasonable level to buy, you may just put your stop loss at about 1.05600. Price is not going to get there. Price is not going to get there. So that is what I'm talking about. So now we are seeing this as 85. We are seeing this as an 100 extension here. So, and against this wave here, if you are looking at 85, it also falls with this from this low. That retracement 85 is also falls here. So 85 has, appeared in two fib retracement format. In terms of a retracement to the downside, this is 85. In terms of extension of this wave to the downside, this is 85. So this is a very strong area that we expect that price may just tick and react to the upside. And these, of course, in terms of a complete extension of 100, you must expect price here. So ultimately, I may not expect that price is going to break this trend support here. So this may just be an area that will store the price. And like I said, this is the ayiraye, the almighty trend support, or sorry, support that I do not expect price to break. So, you know, you're not going to lose anything by just staying here while you are trying to pick. If it breaks here, you're trying to pick your buy order here. You are putting your stop loss below 6.5 here. And because price may just touch and, go back very sharp, to the upside. So that is what we are looking at. So let me go down and again we are looking at that news, potential news. It depends on where it is tomorrow, the price is before the news. So let me go inside of the 1 hour time frame on euro dollar. Momentum is lost. There's no doubt about that. So we may see all this move that came down in 5 waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as one of the ending diagonal. What went up sharply to break this structure to fool us, to give us this. One of the reasons why I suspected that may happen, that price may still come down and break the top. It came down in a very corrective fashion. Oh, very corrective fashion. And if you are counting wave, you won't be able to even count this one properly. You think it's a correction. It was coming down as more as if it was a correction until this happens. And when you see this and it's going up, you think, oh, price is trying to, price is not trying to go up again. Price is not here to go up. But there are tricks you see. Let me show you. If I go to the daily around this area, this is 26th of January, and this is around 29th of January, and this is 26th of January, 24, 26th of January. So we're going to look at 24, 26, and 29 on the daily time frame. So looking at the daily time frame, this is 24, and this is around 25. So this is 26. So 26th of January, and gave us this doji here. So that doji does not look as a price action, except it builds up on it to go up and give us a proper price action. So, and price came down here, which is 20, this is 29. So, which means the price wants to come down the more. If you look at 4 hour time frame on both, so on both, this is 29, which is yesterday. I don't, it's not yet a proper price action. And here, yeah, this is where I thought that price may likely. So this is where we thought 5. And this move to the upside. And when you see a clear rejection like this, a long wick like this, and price goes up, most likely price will still come down to properly close before moving up. So these had given me like a concern that price had not given, it's not going to give us a proper price action on the higher time frame to begin to sprint to the upside or sprint to the upside. So let me go back to the lower time frame, the 1 hour time frame. So these also may look to you, oh, maybe price wants to go up. But when you begin to look at the internal structure of that move, let's go to 15 minutes time frame. Yeah, of that move, the way it's going up, it was going up as like an A and a B and a C. So I knew from here, if I take this as an A B, small b, and a C, I just knew that my 161.8 should be here. I'd ticked this level, that if price should take this level above, maybe we're in an uptrend. So I wasn't even expecting that, okay, this wave that is going up is going to hit this level. So I was expecting that it's going to hit this area and begin to pull down again. So that is what I'd expected. And so we are not ready to go up. So at the end of the day, on this lower time frame, on the 15 minutes time frame, it does look as if we are seeing a wave one of the ending diagonal, a wave two of the ending diagonal. So this is where we have to break ultimately to say we are going up. And where for now, this trend resistance is more important than this wedge here, because price may still make nonsense of. If you are drawn this move to join here, then we may say that price is going to eat this and go up. But I think this is more important. So a break out of here now will tell us that we are ready to go. And so this is seen as a wave 3-1, a wave 3-2. So once we break this low, we should be expecting a bigger move of wave 3-3 to the downside, which most likely will break this level that I gave us. So we must be ready for that. I see it breaking it. I see it breaking it. And once that happened, then we're going to get another level to look for a buy. And that is the level we're going to ultimately stay with and to go up. So now let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. There is a whole lot of things happening on gold. I just want to start with the daily time frame here on gold. There is a whole lot of things happening on gold. You know, we had said that this is a wave one and wave two here, and we are seeing these also as a potential wave one and a wave two, or we can say this is a wave one and a wave two and a potential wave three, and what is building up here is probably a 2 of 3 and all of that. So and there is a whole lot of consolidation around this area, and this is clearly suggesting that there's no momentum from the bears to drive the price even to get to this point of 1976. I don't see that happening. I do not see it happening. Maybe it may take the base. We need to break low of this to think that this is an A, B, and a C. But with this kind of contraction here, this does not look like a C, A, B, C format. It rather looks more like a move, a 1 and a 2. If we don't take this low, I don't see price taking this low on this daily time frame on gold. So whatever we are doing, let's just be careful. This also is waiting for the news to break. But I will give you a clue. I will give you a clue to tell you there's a loss of momentum here. Looking at this, we may think that, okay, this is a wave and this is a B wave, and a B, and a C of a B wave here. But this is not looking like something that will give us an 100 extension. If it was going to give us an 100 extension, the price is going to come down to around 1988. Around 1988 or 98 rather. Yes. Yes, around 1998. Around this area. That is where the price is going to come to. If it's going to give us an 100 extension. But with this contraction, and there's another thing that is, if you begin to draw your trend support, and your trend support is going to tell you, sorry, resistance is going to tell you a lot. It's going to give this away from here. You know, it's a whole lot of consolidation. Let's look at the trend support, resistance. So looking at this trend resistance here, so you can see the price is on the upper zone of that. You know, there is, except we want to have a flash to the downside here by the news. You can see that the price had broken this trend resistance already, and that is an indication that the price wants to go to the upside. But I would have thought that price may still do or give this on this time frame as an like our correction to the, because this looks more like a wave or a motive wave to the upside. So we are thinking that this may be an A, B, and if price should break up and come to here under the extension of this move, A, B, which is at this level, to see an 100, maybe we'll see a reaction. So, but if we break above here, then we are going back up. We are going back up. But it looks though that we are going back up. So this has to be taken. This level has to be taken, and against 2047 or 2048, we want to see how price will navigate. Once it breaks that level to the upside, then we are going up for sure. If price gives us a reaction here, we may come down. What I don't want to see from the news is that the price may drive down powerfully to the downside just to make an 100 extension of this entire run here as an A, B, and a C here. And that C here is, like I said, 1998. So that's a level that which price may take the low and they run down sharply, very like something like this, powerful like this. They may just do it in a flash, come to the downside. So you must know that liquidity still exists around this area before price eventually turn to the upside. But if we should break above here, before the FOMC news, we'll see what is going to happen. So, but they are not ready to actually begin to move to the upside, but they are showing a clear indication that they are going up. So the news may just give the dollar temporarily or momentarily strength to come to the downside to this area, which is possible 1998 before it spring up. So when you are trying to give a stop loss, you can probably put a stop loss because we have a buy from this level of 20 around this level of 2012 now, which had moved more than 240 pips to the upside. So we may just want to put our stop loss at around 1984 or thereabout, trying to look at what is going to happen here. So with that, I've come to the end. I've given us an head up what most likely may happen with the news, tomorrow. If we have a price action here, the news may just drag it down sharply to around this area before we spring up. And if that happens, you don't have to close this. Just put your stop loss around 1984 now. 1984. Put your stop loss around 1984. Price is not going to get to that area. Price may come to 1998 and 1984 is where you put your stop loss and you take another ride to the upside. With that, I've come to the end. You'll be able to do that if your lot size is not too big. It's gold we are talking about. If it's going to run down from here to the downside, that's how many points is that? That is like about 500 points. If that is going to happen, I don't want to sell it because it's not a high probability move. I don't want to sell it. Don't do kalu and gamble. I don't want to sell it. I'd rather wait for it to do whatever it wants to do and for me to move. Don't say, oh, because if I had known that it's going to do that, why don't I sell it? No, it's not a high probability move. So I don't want to sell it. I want to wait for them to do what they want to do because I know where we are going. We are going up. It's already giving me an indication with the break here. And Euro USD have done the same. All those other instruments are done the same by breaking all those. So it's an early hint that we are going back up. But then the news is just going to do the last thing of the month and probably get here, maybe run down. Whatever level is going to run to, I will look at the internal structure and see if we are good to get a buy from here. Then we go up. Yeah, with that, I've come to the end. I wish us a very, profiting week as we are waiting. So you have to wait. Bye.